Morning, Dory Owens. Today we're going to be talking about distracted driving. Before we begin anything, I want to show you guys this video real quick of some issues with distracted driving.
Believe defensive driving is a non-contact sport. But in some cases, experts recommend the use of reasonable force.
I always maintain the best form of defense is attack. So, welcome to the fifth gear school of offensive driving.
Feel free to laugh.
You know how it is. Some livid activist in front is trying to slow your progress and get you to swerve off the road. But don't get down the Hollywood route and bash them from the side, because you just break your steering. Instead, you've got to hit them from exactly the right angle from behind. Go get him, Tiff! A simple, well-timed attack with a bit of sideways motion will send the bad guys helter-skeltering out of the way. You know how Tiff prefers oversteer to understeer? Well, there's a perfectly good reason. All those machine gun nests you find on the exit at fast bends can be taken care of with a death swipe. Any frontal impact will slow you down, so just kick the back out for a glancing blow to maintain your getaway speed. Never mind all that tricky business of leaning out the window trying to shoot at persistent pursuers. Just hit the brakes, line yourself up, and reverse into them. One punctured radiator later, and you can carry on your merry way. Try fitting a tow bar for extra effect. Picture the scene. Cornered by revolutionaries, most experts will tell you to use the J-turn as a means of escape. How cowardly. Use it as a means of attack. Let's have it, Tiff. The trick here is to be brave. Reverse flicking a 4x4 isn't to be advised, as you need maximum speed in reverse, and it usually ends up on two wheels. It also usually means a new wing. So there you go, a few handy manoeuvres for keeping the bad guys at bay, and a fair bit cheaper than forking out for all that armour.
Alright. Good video, funny. However, I'm not going to recommend that any of you do that unless you're in that type of situation where your life is at risk. Alright. Before we begin, I want to dig a little bit into why we're talking about distracted driving. It's a serious issue. There's a lot of people each year who are put at risk, who lose their lives or get into accidents. Every time that you step foot in a vehicle, you're at a 30% chance of being involved in some sort of vehicle accident. More astonishingly, according to the Department of Transportation, you're 23 more times likely to be involved in a car accident if you're using a cell phone or driving distracted. What I want you guys to do through this entire speech is to ask yourself a few questions. I want you to wonder if you do it, when you do it, and how you can make sure that you don't do it anymore. And then I want you to apply those questions to what you're about to learn. How many of you feel that you drive in a safe fashion? Anyone? Okay. How many of you feel that when you're driving, other people endanger your life or the lives of the people around them? I see it all the time. I see it from people texting, from people doing various things. Some of those things, we're all adults here, talking on the phone, texting, eating a value meal, engaging in sexual acts, speeding while engaging in sexual acts, etc., etc. You're right over there. A few studies have been conducted that highlight human individuals that believe they're competent multitaskers stand a higher chance of being involved in an accident than those who do not believe they're multitaskers. So, let's use a process of elimination and relaxation to drastically reduce the numbers. Distracted driving is dangerous. Um, Stress is a part of distraction, and in your morning commute, if you're rushing, that stress is going to distract you from your ultimate goal, which is to arrive at your destination safely. So if you're rushing and you're distracted, then your logical reasoning with regard to risk management has been altered, and you are no longer able to assess the situation in the light that will get you to your destination safely. Remember, there's never a reason to rush. If you drive offensively and defensively, you'll generate a safe zone that drastically reduces your odds of being in a car accident. So use the football approach. With the offense, your goal is to carry the ball to the end zone to score a touchdown. Do it as quick as possible and as safe as possible. Defensively, you want to stop anyone. Please silence all cell phones, pagers, and electronic devices. Defensively, you want to make sure that you're able to get to that place, but you want to stop the offense. So you want to stop anyone who's going to try to harm you, or anyone who's going to stop you from getting that goal. So if you drive offensively and defensively, then you can get to your destination as fast as possible and as safe as possible. Check over your vehicle periodically, i.e. preventative maintenance. Make sure that all your fluids are good, your tires are fine, and that you're changing your oil on a regular basis. This will save you money, it will increase the lifespan of your vehicle as well as your miles per gallon. Prepare for reported road conditions. So check the weather the night before you travel as well as the morning before so you know what to expect. Develop a schedule and process system that helps incorporate a stress-free morning. Refrain from using your cell phone while driving. The best thing to do is to either turn it off or put it in airplane mode. If you have to use your cell phone, make sure you use a hands-free device. Keep your call to less than 2 minutes and never engage in any serious talk. If you believe that you're going to have a serious conversation, you can pull over to the side of the road. But according to the Department of Transportation, you are at a 43% chance of being involved in a rear-end collision if your rear flashers are on and you're parked on the side of the road talking on your cell phone. These probabilities are higher if you are a police officer or any type of emergency services personnel with a light bar. Just FYI for you there. Remember what is at stake, and that's your freedom and someone else's life. So let's implement a schedule that can take away the possibility of distracted driving and harming yourself or another person. The first thing that you can do is wake up 1 hour earlier tomorrow. Don't rush to get ready or head out the door. Have a cup of coffee, a cigarette, breakfast, relax, watch the news, whatever it is that you need to do, and just get that calm aura around yourself. Remember, you awoke earlier, so there's not a need to rush. As you're driving to your destination, visualize that this is the time that you usually wake up. So, slow down and just have a good morning. Picture the entire day being less stressful because of this relaxed take to the start of your day, and imagine doing this every day and implementing this program. Remember, as I said before, there's never a need to rush. All things in life fall around proper time management. Applying smart principles to driving and following laws allows you to enjoy a life where you don't have to worry about DUIs, tickets, car accidents so much, insurance hikes, or worse, fatalities. The relaxed approach, you'll be able to drive in a more offensive light where you see the possibilities of something negative about to happen and avert the action from occurring. Before we part today, I want to share some information with you about a person who was driving distracted and was involved in a car accident. Fortunately, this person did live. This right here is where the driver began texting. The driver then crossed the median, drove on to the soft side of the shoulder, and it was right here when he noticed that he was no longer on the road. The driver then corrected, but at the speed of travel, he cut the corner too sharp, lost control, and flipped his vehicle and landed in the ditch on the other side of the road. This is where he drove off the road originally. This is where he corrected. This is where the vehicle landed. This is where the driver, who also was not wearing a seatbelt, flew through the windshield. Fortunately, the driver was safe, and the fact that he only sustained minor neck injuries, did not break any bones, no internal bleeding, so the driver was very lucky in this situation. But this is to showcase to you that this is something very serious. This all happened in a matter of a couple of seconds. From the time he picked up his phone till they landed in the final resting place was no longer than 7 seconds. So, here's a challenge that I want to bring to you. It's one that can be easily completed if you can put aside old habits and generate new habits. New ones that are positive. You can start by driving slower. Utilize schools for driving. Frequent public transportation as much as possible. It's cheap, it's viable, and you never have to worry about driving. So if you're drunk, if you're buzzed, if you're tired, if it's been a long day, if you're stressed out, or if you suffer from road rage, these are problems that you don't have to worry about because you just put your headphones on and sit in the vehicle, relax, and get to your destination. Follow posted speed limits and report all violators. Hold the police accountable. It's your tax dollars. If no one's reporting violators, then more and more people are going to violate, and they're going to put just more lives at risk, innocent people. Educate everyone you know. It starts at the lowest level. Don't take the mindset of entitlement and wait for those up above to educate those of us below. That concludes my briefing. Does anyone have any questions they'd like to ask? Thank you for your time.